Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormybman for this Saturday, January 29th, 2022. This is the last Saturday in January 2022, and we'll be moving right on into February. Welcome to the post-fight show. This is the post-fight show. We've got Robson Conceicao against Xavier Martinez. Fight card that we're going to be talking about this evening. And smash that like button as you come in, people. We had a long, early evening into late evening fight card with ESPN this evening, primarily featuring a lot of prospects, but also the main event for the evening, Conceicao and Martinez, proved to be quite a interesting fight going in for the junior lightweights. And we had a chance, it just wrapped up, to see Conceicao, who was coming off of a spirited fight against Oscar Valdez that saw him drop a decision that was controversial. And, you know, a lot of people came out of that fight feeling like he had taken Valdez's title. But we know that the WBC and Jose Sulaiman had other plans. And it's great to see that Conceicao has come right back against a top, opponent. So this man is serious about his career. He's an Olympian, a former Olympian, and he is acquitting himself very well, continuing forth with his career. You see, now look at the time he has come back. Valdez, hasn't come back yet off of that controversial situation. And though there's some speculation that Shakur Stevenson and he may come together, it hasn't been finalized yet. So we have to keep our eyes on Mr. Valdez. But we're going to talk about this one this evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not going to hold you guys very long, but we will talk about some of the things that we were able to see this evening. And, there was some excitement. And there was some things that kind of, it could have been kept off the air as far as I'm concerned. I'm very critical when it comes down to boxing, and some stuff is just not fit for television. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with ESPN and Top Rank. They do things because they know they have a huge roster of young talent that's unproven yet, and they like to stick them out there on the airwaves. But not all of that is deserving of being on the airwaves. So here we are. But for the main event, it was scheduled for 10 rounds, and we're going to talk about it. But let me welcome the people that have come into the building so far and that are in the chat. I hope that you guys have all smashed that like button already as you've come in. Don't want you to be out here and not be totally dialed in. Smash the like button like you support me, huh? We got Young World out there saying, yo, Big Storm, what's good with you, Young World? Reese Bro is back saying, Stormy B Man in chat and wrenches. Yeah, Reese Bro says, hit the like, appreciate that. Phil J508 is back saying, it's lit. And Healer, Mind Body Coach, is with us this evening saying, salute to you, brother. Healer, I don't know if you had a chance to catch this card. Did you catch it? And if you did, if you like to speak about it, you know, you can hit me up. I got the Discord open this evening. I'm not on StreamYard. So, and I know that you have been on here with me on Discord before. So that's only if you're interested, because there's nothing wrong with sharing the microphone and having a discussion, you know, before the audience. Don't have a problem with that whatsoever. So I'll leave that up to you if you want to do that. Just have to open some things up in case you or one of the other brothers may want to join up with us here, because we always got some good stuff going on the Stormy B Man channel. Like to always keep an open mind, as well as keep an open mic. So we're here. And who else we got out here? William Old School Artist out there as well saying, Stormy B Man, salute, brother, salute. Seawood is out there saying, salute, Stormy B Man. Crush the Legend is back saying, salute, Sensei. W_right side is out there saying, salute, Sensei. The Jab Jamboree is back with us saying that Stormy B Man, salute. Act Reacher, if you're available, you'll be welcome as well, brother. It's, you know, nothing wrong, no discrimination here. And I do believe I figured out what was happening the last time you tried to pop on here. So if you want, I can get that going for you this evening, and you know, you'll be more than welcome to share some thoughts on tonight's events. Ratchet since 91 is out there saying salute. William Old School Artist is saying the Jab Jamboree, salute. Jason is saying support. And we got Akers greeting William. Yeah, so this fight right here, man, I don't know about anybody else, but I think I only gave one round to Xavier Martinez. He had one of the most lackluster of performances that I've seen in recent memory for a high caliber fight, you know, in the division. You're talking about the upper portions of top 10, and Martinez was considered a comer. You know, he's coming on. And of course, Conceicao had just dropped a recent decision to Valdez. This fight reminded me so much of what transpired between the likes of like a Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. The fact that this guy had, you know, feet stuck in the sand. I don't know if he thought Robson was just going to stand there and trade shots with him, or, you know, excuse me, people. If he thought that Robson was just going to trade shots with him, or he was going to get lucky and catch something. But the athleticism of Conceicao really put a damper on whatever it was that maybe Xavier Martinez thought was going to happen or go his way. He was fluid. He actually looked a lot like one of the Cuban fighters out there, the way he navigated the ring, was in and out with shots. He let his hands go. He had very good hand speed, Robson did. And A couple of times he got caught with some shots by Martinez, who threw a counter or whatever. But for the most part, when he made the it's called Robson. Okay, thank you for that, healer. Robson, listen. He made the adjustments that he needed to make, and he kept himself at a reasonable distance, but still stayed within range to attack, get shots off. He worked the body, he worked the head, he tried to work angles, and he was very effective with what he was doing. It was requiring Martinez to adjust to his adjustments, which he was not able to do. Like I said, he fought like his feet were in sand, and he would occasionally launch an assault that, like a hope to hell shot, but it wasn't to be on this night. The thing is, when fights like this take place, there's usually a risk that one of the fighters is going to have to take. And in this instance, Martinez was going to have to take a risk. Come outside of what was normally his comfort zone, and to try to get a victory out of this. But he seemed really content to go round after round just doing the same things. I don't like that. I don't like when a fighter doesn't try to take a risk or to make an adjustment to do something different. Those guys will stay where they are as far as the level of competition and the level of success. Now, are there people that Xavier Martinez can defeat out there, the junior lightweights? Absolutely. Styles make fights, and sometimes a person will get negligent and give a fighter like him an opportunity. Some may be even intimidated because he has a decent punch. But again, if someone is naturally gifted with, athleticism, ring IQ, ring generalship, it's going to be a long day for him. And at that weight class, there are a number of fighters that will give him some difficulty as you go up in the division. I just didn't like how he performed this evening, and he really should take a real account of where he wants to go in this boxing. So that's my thoughts on that fight. I don't think that he is mentally prepared to take another step. It remains to be seen, and that's a strong, assessment, but I do believe it's an honest assessment. Sometimes guys just have to get in there and mix it up and let their hands go, and he wasn't able to do that this evening. What's next for Conceicao? I think that he should seek out a rematch against Valdez. The Valdez fight is contingent upon what's going to happen with Shakur Stevenson, if Top Rank is going to go ahead and try to make that fight, because they're trying to put on a certain face because of the lawsuit. But it remains to be seen if things are really going to work out like that. You know what I mean? So those are my thoughts on this particular fight. Picasso saying, where's the background music? I don't usually play background music during the post-fight show. I mean, sometimes I can put music on, but you guys are a trip, man. Some of you make fun of my music, and then when I don't play it, you're asking me, where is it? What's really going on, huh? That's like saying, oh, that cake wasn't good, but you went in for your third slice. Huh? Get out of here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Picasso says all you gotta do is throw a punch and you're open. It's a special skill to stand in front of someone and hit without getting hit. Well, a lot of people don't like to work on defense, man. That's just like in the NBA. Guys like to jack the shots up, huh? Even from damn near half court sometime. But nobody want to go down there and get a rebound or stop the ball from advancing up the court the other way when you miss that shot that you jacked up from half court, huh? So, but defense helps. It helps. Now, going back to that co-main that took place between Giroux and Cabrera, man, what the hell was that? And this Cabrera kid, they say he resides in Chicago, but we ain't claiming him. You know what I mean? The boy had on some Daisy Duke boxing trunks that was too tight, and it had to hinder his mobility. He couldn't hardly move around in there. He was stiff as a board in the upper body as well. Why are these guys wearing these damn tight ass trunks and stuff, man? It's like you have to be able to move. You have to be fluid in there. And wearing biker trunks is not going to get it for you. You know what I'm saying? And the boy fights with his hands down. I'm talking about Cabrera. He got the decision. Hadn't fought in a couple of years, but he looked every bit as bad and poor, like a worse version of Ryan Garcia at southpaw. You know what I mean? I didn't like that fight at all. Who the hell thought that would be a good matchup? I don't know. But that kid Giroux would have probably been a better opponent for Isaac Cruz, huh? That I don't know if he's near the same weight. They both were over the weight limit for their fight. But you don't put these guys in there, these tiny dudes, and have them, fighting a guy with a big, taller, longer reach like that. It's like it's not going to be a good fight, especially when no one has killer power, huh? Like I said, ESPN and their matchmaking, it leaves a lot to be desired, man. A lot to be desired. I didn't like that fight at all. They made it the co-main. They could have moved Shaw's fight up to make it the co-main since there was big boys, huh? People like the big boys. And yes, Picasso, he had on panties in there, bro. It was, what was that? Painted on jeans, as Billy Ocean sang. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, don't come out there like that. You're a man, huh? Supposedly, huh? Don't come out there with your long johns cut off on. Put some damn boxing trunks on, bro, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with the old school boxing trunks that say Everlast, huh? Put some on. Shit, ridiculous. But he inked out a decision in an eight rounder. That's all I need to say about that. And the next time he fights, hopefully it'll be off air, huh? And we could just hear the results. The fight before that, we saw Xavier Madrid taking on Tiger Johnson. Now that Tiger Johnson kid looks like some good stuff, man. That boy gonna be hotter than fish grease as he tighten up a couple of things, but at least you can see he throws his punches with bad intentions. He lets his hands go. He likes to engage in contact, and I think they said this was his second pro fight or something. But at welterweight, he's gonna get stronger. He's very young right now, and he's gonna get that experience. But I like what I saw of him. He was entertaining, and that's important too. As a young fighter coming up, being entertaining. Someone, when they lay eyes upon you and they say, "Oh, I like this kid. I want to see him again." Yeah, that was Tiger Johnson tonight. William says, "Tell him, Stormy B, man." Picasso says, "We expect these guys to be manly, but you know, like I do, there are guys that could be the husband or wife in a relationship, and you never know till you smell boo-boo or they tell you. No offense. Listen, man. Didn't you smell some boo-boo tonight? Yeah, and it reeked throughout this card. Sure did. Top rank. And some people have been referring to him in the past as top stank, right? Or whatever. So yeah, we smelled the boo-boo tonight. William Old School says, Stormy B, man, Johnson was nice. Yeah, the second fight. Yeah. Reese Bro said, hit the like. Yeah, man, when you see young prospects like that, right, they generate thoughts of like fighters in the past, because you start seeing them do their thing and you're like, oh, who do he remind me of? I like this kid. You know, he's moving and he's out there. He's letting his hands go. And how about Madrid competing with him? Because definitely Tiger was the house fighter tonight. But that damn Madrid did not come to lay down, did he? That brother was fighting, and he had a bad eye too, because he had taken so many of those right hands from Tiger Johnson very clean. But it seemed like only after the eye started swelling and causing him problem, he started moving his head a little bit more. But their styles meshed up very well. They engaged and they fought. And I think that Madrid brought some guts out, you know. Well, I shouldn't say he brought. I think Tiger brought some guts out of Madrid, because he hurt Madrid a couple times in that fight. And, man, he just went like, damn that, I ain't going down, but I'm fighting back. You can always have an appreciation for a fighter like that. Always. And he gave as good as he got. He just wasn't on Tiger's level, but he put the effort out there. He definitely put himself in a position to challenge. And that's all you could ask of a guy. And, you know, Madrid, he'll get another fight off of this. He'll get another fight. But Tiger should be back, like on their next card. Bring him back again, because the kid, he got good work, but he needs the experience as a pro. He needs to get in there, but he doesn't need the next fight to be as tough as this one. But it's nice to know he got that fight in early. Now give him a couple of more softer touches just to showcase him, and then put him back in there with another fighter that's going to be a little more competitive. I'd like to see that kid about 4 to 5 times this year. And I don't think anybody here would argue that. I think you guys would like to see that as well, right? But yeah, let's see. Picasso says, it was the experience I got. Never thought these teammates were straddling the fence. C. Wood says that Makabu versus Machunu fight was trash. I didn't see that. I only watched the ESPN stuff tonight. I know that there were some other cards going on, but, you know, Stormy ain't trying to be watching 2, 3, 4 TVs and all of that shit. Ain't doing it. Yeah. Picasso says, I like them fights where a guy will make sacrifice in the middle of the battle. What would a person give up for the W? And William says, oh yeah. Yeah. Now, that Joey DeVaco against Stephen Shaw, I know people have been talking about Stephen Shaw, Big Shot they call him, I think, and they've been talking about him being one to watch and on the rise. Well, tonight, I didn't like much of what I saw out of him. He seemed too preoccupied with, how can I explain this from my observation? It was almost like he thought he was going to look at the guy mean and punch him hard a couple times and the guy might go away. Well, Joey wasn't having that. Joey was there to fight. He just was out of shape. And when a guy is out of shape like that, he's not dedicated to his craft, so he'll always get a short notice fight. You know what I mean? Because if you give him a camp to prepare, he's going to be that much more dangerous. And I understand that he took this fight on short notice. But for a guy who came in on short notice, Big Shot was supposed to take the shot and get him up out of there. He wasn't able to do that. And he don't appear to like being close to people. That's very interesting from a heavyweight perspective. Oh, he'll fire some shots at you from long range and from medium range. But on the inside, he got hit back a couple of times and he didn't like the contact. Not that anyone should love it, but you should expect it if you're looking to go in and get rid of the other guy. And I did not like what I saw with how he was handling that business. Now I think he's like 12 and 0 now or something like that. Evander Holyfield fought Dwight Muhammad Cowie in his 12th professional fight. Became cruiserweight champion of the world by defeating Dwight Muhammad Cowie in a 15-rounder. Okay? I'm saying that for a reason. If you're going to be called Big Shot, you perform like you performed tonight, people can start thinking about you being no shot or having no shot. Get that guy out of there that was on short notice and who looked like a younger version of Butterbean, and get him out of there. Go to work on his ass. I didn't like what I saw, and I'm just being honest here. There are fighters that can do some things and clean up. Let me put it to you like this. Do you think Joey would have lasted to the 8th round with Jared Anderson? I'm looking for a response to that question. Do you think that Joey DeVecco would have been able to go 8 rounds with Big Baby Anderson? Yes or no? Put a yes or no in the chat. Waiting to hear a response to that. Salute to Andrew Charles. I see you out there. William says, hell nah. There you go. I was just waiting on some responses, man. Because, yeah, Ratchet, no. So Big Shot got some work to do, don't he? And I'll tell you, Big Shot may not be able to take a shot. Yeah. So that was that, with him coming in like that. But Top Rank got a couple of young heavyweights. How long they gonna keep them away from each other? Who knows? But I'll tell you this. somebody need to go back to the drawing board and get some things sorted out before they dream about stepping up in class, huh? Yeah. I see you laughing, Picasso, but it's true, bro. It's true. You know, Stormy, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, man. I'm like, you know what? I've seen some damn good fighters, and I've seen some fighters that people thought was good until something happened where they were placed in a position to show their wares and were incapable of delivering. Yeah. You may have witnessed that this evening. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, there were some cards, you know, on this ESPN Plus earlier. They had a couple women fights on. I'm not going to talk about those fights. But this main event card was what my primary focus was going to be. Now, if you guys got some questions out there or some thoughts, you want to share them in the chat, I'll discuss it with you a little bit. But Robson Conceicao, that young man deserves another title shot, I think, before the year is out. He's a good fighter. Martinez is going to have to make up his mind whether he wants to be a better fighter than he showed tonight or if he wants to be Danny Garcia 2.0, because that's exactly who he looked like in there against tonight. Tell me I'm lying. Danny Garcia looking to land a big left hook, standing there with his feet planted and spread, but can't get out of the way or nothing either because the other guy is fluid and mobile. Huh? Has hand speed. The only thing that Martinez wasn't doing was dropping his head, looking at the floor, and winging his left hook like Danny Garcia. But he still looked exactly like him in there with the way he performed. And isn't it true? I saw a quick glance of Clarissa Shields in the audience tonight. She was standing over there with a cell phone in her hand or something and looking like she was either texting or reading text or something. If that was Clarissa, it was good that she's out supporting some fights, you know. I saw they also had Michaela Mayer sitting near the tables near ringside. You know, she should be having a fight coming up soon. Boy, the chat is not moving too much tonight. You guys mad because I said what I said about Shaw? Hey, man. He needs some work. They lucky that Joey wasn't in better shape and could let his hands go. I don't like the fact they stopped it like that in the last round when they were in a clinch and Joey was talking crap to him. They stopped it to give the guy a TKO that he couldn't get on his own. That's one of the third or fourth time that we've seen that in recent weeks and past couple of months that they've done that. Man, they got to stop doing that stuff, giving guys knockouts that they did not earn. That's another thing that really burns me up, that they give guys these TKOs and these stoppages when they haven't earned them. The guy is on his feet, still fighting, still engaged, totally focused and ready to go, and the ref will step in and stop the damn fight. We saw that on the last Top Rank broadcast. PBC broadcast. The fighters got to earn them knockouts, man. Don't give him no damn knockout because he didn't put the guy down, didn't put the guy in jeopardy, never had him shook up. So now when you go back and you look at his record, you're going to see a TKO. And it's like he didn't earn that TKO. He didn't even put the guy in any peril. What the hell they doing with this stuff, man? Picasso says, Stormybman, these promoters are like private investigators getting info from sparring sessions to see who they can make in decent proposals. The fighters they got insight on. Andrew Charles says, I ain't mad. Shaw doesn't look like a heavyweight. I don't mean that as disrespect either. No, he doesn't look like a heavyweight. You know what I think? I think Lawrence Okolie, who's moving up to heavyweight for his next bout, can take that dude right now. And Lawrence has been at cruiser. I think he could take him right now. And Lawrence got a big right hand too. And the length of a guy like a Wilder or something, because he's 6'6". Yeah, Okolie. So stop giving these guys these damn victories with stoppages. If he go the distance, he go the freaking distance. Put a fake stoppage on his record and make it look like, oh, he stopped because he had so many knockouts, and that becomes another one. It's like, dude, he didn't knock the guy out. Tyson Fury has had a few of those, and they try to say, oh, he's knocked out 20-something people. No, he didn't. But next weekend, we got your boy Keith Thurman is back. Next weekend, we got Chris Eubank is back. And it's going to be some interesting things happening. Clarissa Shields is back. I can't wait, man. Picasso's asking, did they create that weight class that's between heavy and cruiser? Yeah, you know they try to create it, but ain't nobody acknowledging that crap, man. If you're over 190 pounds, you're a heavyweight. If you're under 190 pounds, you're a cruiserweight. But yeah, bring on Okolie. We need more heavyweight blood. Now I'm going to tell you, after really watching his last performance, I don't think that Cuban brother is a heavyweight. I thought he was okay at first, but then something just said, you know what? No. Eddie Reynoso is over there blowing people up, making them bigger and stronger than they normally are. And they letting them get away with things. But that's y'all coach of the year, though. Coach of the year. Whatever. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Ratchet. Frank Sanchez. Yeah. I didn't say his name because I wanted y'all to, put it in the chat like that. Like, who you talking about? Sanchez? Of course I'm talking about Sanchez. He ain't no legitimate heavyweight, and he can't beat no real good heavyweight. And he ain't got no power. Huh? Them little bitty legs. You guys talk about Deontay's legs. Look at Frank Sanchez's legs. Huh? All upper body. Huh? They ain't got steroids to inject in his calves. Huh? And his thighs. William Old School says, what happens if Barrios knocks out Thurman? Is Keith's career over? You might want to argue that Keith's career is over already and was over when he was being rocked by Josecito Lopez and then got dropped by Manny Pacquiao, and Manny took his belt and he hadn't fought since. Over there studying the Kama Sutra and playing the flute. Huh? These guys that's hungry, they not playing the flute, Keith. They not interested in music. They interested in banging that drum upside your head, huh? For the rep. Yeah. Watcher says Deontay will knock your fucking head off. You better believe it. And so will Lawrence Okolie. He can punch too. He don't punch like Wilder, but I'm just saying, Wilder may be, hanging it up, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. But we still need fresh blood in the heavyweight division. And Frank Sanchez ain't it, brother. He ain't. He tries to fight like a bigger version of Canelo, and that shit ain't gonna work in the heavyweight division. He gonna get KTFO. Huh? Yeah. That's what's gonna happen to him. C. Wood says he's unimpressive to me. He's unimpressive, period. Picasso saying, who got Coach of the Year? Reynoso? Oh, Frank Sanchez. Man, please. Keith Thurman, listen, what if he does go down from a body shot from Barrios? There are so many things that could go bad for him in this fight. And he's fighting an uphill battle. And we have to find out if he can really, really make the welterweight. Because everybody's seen what Keith looked like. Huh? That dude looked like he was easily 202. Huh? Yeah. And he gonna get in there with the likes of this guy Tank knocked out. And what if it goes the distance? That's a loss for Keith, because Tank knocked the guy out. What if Keith don't put him down at all or anything? That's a loss for Keith. What if he does something to hurt Keith? That's a loss for Keith. That's like what, 4 losses already in one fight? Come on, man. That's like when Ali used to tell certain opponents, you already lost the first 5 rounds. Man. William says, yeah, I agree. Frank has no pop. He just doesn't have enough power for heavyweight. Man, that dude is probably a light heavyweight. Yeah, I said it. I said it. And because he's 75 years old, in dog years, they already say dog years and our years are different. Dog years are many more. So I think that Frank is 75 in dog years. So that makes him like 200 years old. Huh? Yeah. And he running around with these young men. Got that sprayed on hairline. Huh? Looking like LeBron James in real life. Listen, man. I ain't cutting these cats no slack, man. They're cheaters. Okay? They are cheaters. There's a camp of cheaters over there. Huh? And what the worst part about it is, a few of them can fight. So why you cheating and you can fight? Oh man, I gotta give, get on their case with that foolishness, man. Watcher says, just passing through, Trevor Bryan looked terrible. He always looked terrible. That's one of the guys. How old is Trevor Bryan? Watcher, write it in the chat. How old is Trevor Bryan? And then I got a comment to make after I find out what his age is. I'm too lazy to Google it right now. I'm tired. Williams says, and Barrios does have some power. Of course. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Picasso said, keep Thurman trying to ice skate uphill like Blaze says. Yeah. Ratchet says, in Cuban years, Frank is on 21 for the 42nd time. Yeah, they playing with the numbers in Frank's consideration for his age. They play with the numbers. Shakers and Dices out there. He says, facts, Stormy. Frank is a cruiserweight / light heavyweight. Yeah, man. They've been injecting that dude, blowing him up. You ever see those companies over in China that was, U.S. was shipping chickens to them, and they stick this hose in the chicken and blow it up. The chicken be this big, and they inject something in the chicken, and the chicken end up being this big. That's Frank Sanchez, huh? He probably walks around at 185 pounds or 175 pounds, and then they tell him, well, take these pills, eat those carbs, and come and see Coach Reynoso tonight. Yeah. Picasso says, facts. Watcher says he's 32. Okay, so he's 32. Trevor Bryan, right? Why is his belly hanging over his trunks and stuff like that, and he flabby? You know? Flabby. He don't have a six-pack. But he talking about he's the best heavyweight in the world. What world? The world of misfits, underachievers, and never words? Huh? There's a reason that Don ain't really promoting the guy. Because Don got string. He got strings he could pull. Trevor Bryan just holding a piece of a title to keep Don relevant to some small degree. Trevor Bryan is the equivalent of Joey DeVaco, who fought Big Shot tonight. That's who he is. That dude. You mean you actually have training camps and you look like that? Seriously? Seriously. You have training camps and you look like that. You're supposed to look like that when you retire. Get the hell out of here. Snacks B is out saying, woke up to Stormy B Man. Salute. Salute to you, bro. He says, peace to the chat. Watcher says, promoted him enough to mention Deontay's name today. They better keep their mouth shut, barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, man. Listen, Deontay has earned the right to do whatever he wants to do going forward with his career. But the people deserve to miss him for not being around, because they had no appreciation or respect for him when he was. And he may be the one fighter in heavyweight history that got more out of the talent that he had and what he brought to the table, his dedication and all of that, than anyone else. And achieved the heights that he achieved, earned the purses that he earned, and was in some of the most exciting fights that you could be in. And for the masses not to respect him. That old saying, "you're going to miss me when I'm gone." Listen, let that song play. Let that be the song that he plays on his way away from this sport. I don't like what he had to go through, and I don't like how the people didn't support him like they should have and embrace him as an American heavyweight champion. Do you realize, people, they are going back and trying to overturn history with even suggestion that Americans who are of color are not American. Yeah. So you could be born here and have a history of family here before you and be of color, but you're not American. Only mayonnaise is considered American. No hot sauce, no mustard, no blackberry jam. Huh? Get the hell out of here. You guys better wake the hell up. Picasso says, wow, dude didn't train, in my opinion. The military, in 8 weeks, you'll be able to wear a uniform with pride. In 8 weeks, you can become a different person. Trained killer and not some beach bum. Yeah, well, that just lets you know he spends his 8 weeks at Wendy's and Burger King, and Pizza Hut. That's where he spends his 8 weeks. And got the nerve to be calling out somebody like Wilder or whatever. When have you ever seen Wilder come into the ring with a belly? Huh? These guys need to go sit the hell down somewhere, bro. Williams says exactly. They will miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they're missing him already, to tell you the truth. Picasso says they want to erase your story and replace it with history. Their story. Yes. Anthony Alexander says, love your channel, Stormy. I'll buy merchandise. Hey, man. Appreciate that, Anthony Alexander. And if you do it while I'm on live, the chime will come up and show that Anthony Alexander just bought A, B, C, or D. Or a little bit of all of it. Yep. 704 Joe is in the building. Sensei. Oos. Picasso is laughing. I want to know what you laughing at, Picasso. Some things you may take me saying is funny and it's not intended to be funny, but some things that I say that is funny, you guys won't even crack a smile. So what's up with that? Yeah, William, that's terrible. Belly hanging and you're supposed to be a champion. Did you see images of the dude? I saw images of Trevor Bryan one time and I said I'll never tune into his fight. That's why I didn't watch it tonight. I'm like, that's guy, that's a WBA regular champion. That guy right there. I was like, dude, give me a month and I can handle that dude. Okay? It's ridiculous. I ain't never seen. It's like mediocrity excels in today's time. Mediocrity. You could just be the worst piece of garbage and people be holding you up and protecting you and, you know, going to bat for you and everything. I'm like, man, what kind of soft serve BS is this that people just buy into half-assed people who are underachievers and will never be? Huh? And you guys are like, oh, that's my, you know, what? That's like when Jonathan Rice fought that dude Coffee, right? I'm like, Coffee got his ass whooped the first time. And you could see it was a difference in talent. What in the world make him think he was going to go into the rematch with Rice and do something different when he know he ain't changed shit? He took a bigger ass whooping the second time around. Too dumb to even have pride. You know, because you get your ass whooped, your pride kick in, you be like, you know, I don't want no more of that, thanks. Huh? He was like, rematch. The only match you got was matching ass whoopings. Huh? That's what you matched. And Picasso says, I'm laughing at the guy who chose Wendy's instead of defense or road work or jumping rope. Yeah. Telling you, there's a special kind of individual out there in these times, man. Special. And you know what the worst part of that is, William? Stavern was once a good fighter. His shape just got worse with every subsequent fight after Wilder, you know? It's like he refused to train. He rolled out of the bed and put on some trunks and came in the ring on fight night. That's exactly what he looked like. When you're like that, you deserve to be embarrassed and shamed. Huh? Where's your professionalism at? Sitting in the sauna ordering pizzas. Salute to TS Boxing. I see you out there. What kind of foolishness is this, man? Trevor Bryan. It's like, who even? You see, they don't put him on TV. And you think I'm going to pay for that? Pay-per-view? No way would I pay for that on pay-per-view. Yeah, Snacks B, sitting in a damn sauna ordering pizzas, huh? Then get up out of there, dry off, and go to the smorgasbord and eat all you can eat buffet. Get the fuck out of here. And we'll actually say stuff like, bring me Deontay Wilder, I'll show him what's up. Man, go sit your ass down somewhere and finish eating. It was a bad card. Makabu was whack. Listen, watcher, I don't know why you did that to yourself, really, to tell you the truth. Because that's like watching a card full of dudes like Michael Kofi, huh? And the brother that fought tonight, that Joey DeVecchi. It's like watching them. A whole card full of those kind of guys. At least Charles Martin put Luis King Kong Ortiz on the canvas and hurt him a couple of times before going out his damn self. But he was in shape when he did it. So was King Kong. Huh? Gerald Washington is pitiful. I don't know why that man continues to lace him up, because he's going to have brain damage by the time it's all over for him. 10 years down the line for that guy, dude, he going to be talking mush mouth. I'm telling you, because he been knocked out by everybody he fighting and just taking punishment. But these guys that was on that card that watchers talking about, man, horrible. TS Boxer says Trevor Bryan looked like The Rock in a fat suit off of that movie with Kevin Hart. Picasso says, I'm taking 2 days off from work, plus in between driving I'm working out, trying to get back to competing. I got addicted to competing international Brazil Jiu-Jitsu federated tournaments, my last one. Good for you, man. Just don't take no blows to the head. He says, my last tournament was 2013 at Bryn College, California on Budo videos. Okay. Con Shonery is in the building, says, cheers, Stormy B, man. Right back at you. TS says, Gerald Washington is sorry this guy gets 6 figures to routinely be KO'd. Man, that shows you that he ain't too smart, because after a couple of those 6-figure paydays, he should have been able to do something and put himself in a better position to get the hell away from the sport of boxing. Con Shonery says, Picasso, I've been out of the gym my whole life. Well, Trevor Bryan looks like it too. Zulu Lion is out there. He says, salute Stormy B, man, and everyone here. Salute to you. Yeah, well, Con Shonery, at least you got an excuse. Trevor Bryan don't. What the hell is that? Huh? He allegedly trained for that card tonight. Allegedly. But I think he was hanging out with you, Con Shonery, wasn't he? Huh? As long as it ain't training, we're good. Man. You see what I'm talking about these guys, man? How easy it is to get the, it's ridiculous. We gotta do something, people. We got, you know. And then they tell you it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. Let me see a show of hands for those of you out here in the chat who would pay to watch someone shitting on the toilet for 30, 45 minutes. Because that's what you're doing when you buy these events like the Trevor Bryan event tonight, or the event that's coming up next Saturday with Keith Thurman. You paying to watch someone take a dump. William Old School Heart says, I can see Trevor working the heavy bag with one hand and a burger in the other. No, I can see Trevor with a burger hanging on a hook and him trying to eat it with boxing gloves on, saying that, man, that's a workout. You try it sometime. Snacks be cracking up. Listen, man, this shit is despicable. 704 giving a thumbs down. I know that's right. Anthony Ingram's out there saying, salute Stormy in the chat. Salute to you. Shakers and Dice says, I'm watching, but I ain't paying. You gonna watch somebody take a dump? Con Shonery says, Ray Mancini made a big boo-boo and called Trevor the wrong name in the ring in the interview. He called him Jonathan, the dude that lost. Oh, man. Ray Boom Boom. You know, he's an older dude now. He's in his 60s, late 60s, early 70s. He may, very well may, have taken a few shots. Huh? And I ain't talking about boxing. Zulu Lion is laughing, saying facts. Snacks B says, when are we going to get some fights on TV again? I'm telling you, man, they trying to really put the fuck to you with all of these fights on pay-per-view, man. And they're not pay-per-view worthy fights. They aren't even giving you the pay-per-view worthy fights. They're not giving them to you. That's off the table. Huh? Didn't they just tell you that George Kambosos and Devin Haney are not gonna fight? The negotiations are off. Get the fuck out of here. What are we talking about then? Don't talk about George Kambosos. Go sit the fuck down and one of them damn Australian fighters bite you in the ass. Huh? Picasso says, wait a minute, Stormy B, man. Is she so fine that she barely winks her eye when she hit a big one? That one went over my head, bro. Snack 704 Joe says, remember Tuesday night fights? Oh man, I miss them. Zulu Lion says, what are they charging for the Thurman fight? Listen, Zulu Lion, are you interested in your decision is predicated on the amount that they're charging? Or are you a stand-up individual and no price will you compromise your principles? BFTB Jeopardy music plays and awaits your answer. You're saying Shakers and Dice says, nah, Stormy, I'm watching the Thurman fight. Watch it, bro. Enjoy it. I ain't paying for that, because they're gonna keep giving you those kind of fights on pay-per-view, draining your damn wallet. Listen, I'll stream that shit, bro. Like Tim Smith said, he suggested that for the great fights like a Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, that we wouldn't buy it anyway. Well, I'm going to show him. I ain't buying this. Huh? And Tim Smith can kiss my ass and hallelujah. Huh? Con Shonery says, boom, boom, ain't up on these young lads. Yeah. Now look at Zulu saying, I'll watch it for $40. Man, I wouldn't pay a 6-pack to watch Keith Thurman. The dude been out of the ring for 100 years, okay? And he gets to come back on pay-per-view against another dude who was knocked out in his last fight. So you got a battle of losers, huh? Who gonna be the first to throw the towel in, huh? Me, which is why I ain't tuning in to the shit. Con Shonery says, bring back HBO boxing. The production value of that Don King show in Warren, Ohio, looked like a low-tier rumble in a banquet hall. Listen, you get what you pay for. You deserve each and every morsel. Bon appetit. Picasso says, I'm not paying for it either. Exactly, Stormy B, man. My mom gets the cheap bread right. No mom get the good bread, or they'll fill these shelves with nothing but cheap bread. There you go. That's it. Yeah, shit. Man, you guys are crazy if you think I'm going to buy a Keith Thurman pay-per-view fight. Keith Thurman, if the fight get going tough for him, he might pull up with an injury in the fight saying, oh, I pulled my shoulder or my knee or something, and y'all really going to be mad. Huh? But you deserve it, because that's what he brings. I ain't going for that foolishness. Y'all can have that. You can have it all. Keith Thurman. Coming back, taking on guys that's moving up to welterweight. And he coming down from a heavier weight his damn self. Y'all been bamboozled, man. Been bamboozled. But you deserve every bit of it. Yeah. Deserve every bit of it. Con Shonery says, today I was watching Pernell Whitaker versus Buddy McGirt 2 and Hopkins versus Winky Wright. Night and day from what we're seeing these days. Man, let me tell you, not night and day, moons away from what you're seeing today. Moons, planets. Picasso says, I can almost bet that when Keith gets winded, he gonna take that dive. No, you're gonna pull up with an injury. You're gonna, oh, my shoulder, I can't go, you know. Snacks B says Keith looked all as heck in the ring on the mitts. He looked tired. He is tired, dude. The dude out of shape. He been training with Trevor Bryan, bro. I'm telling you. But y'all go ahead and spend that moolah. Think it's $70 right now. Let me know how I feel. Huh? Let me know how it feel. I don't believe in busting my head to the white meat, but you can tell me what it's like and I'll take notes. Huh? Yep. I'll take notes. Damn. Oh, there it is. Looking for my stuff. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get ready to get on out of here. It's 1 o'clock. I spent enough time doing this. It's my second time on today, and I'm tired. So for those of you who don't realize that Stormybman put a lot of effort in what he does. And I'll be back in the morning for a call-in show. So you guys come on back with me for that. You can call in and talk some more about this Keith Thurman thing and the fights and what they are and what they not and all of that. But I got to get up out of here, man. My bed is calling me. So peace and shout out to the mighty LDBC. Stormybman is out of here. Go to bed and set your damn alarm clocks and get up and join me in the morning for answering the bell with Stormybman. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.